5:30,
Yep.
so we're going to call the meeting to order. You going to call the roll?
Yes. Joe Chappell?
Here.
Aaron Brown? Absent. Valerie Duncan?
Here.
Adam Ropp?
Here.
Patrick Kerr?
Here.
And James Long, absent. All righty. But we have a quorum. We got 5 members. Sorry.
You didn't call
Oh,
my-
I'm sorry. Lynn Bilodeau.
You didn't
Sorry.
call my name, but
Yeah,
I'm here.
Sorry.
Okay.
Threw me off.
Public comments, we normally use those. Is anybody here to do a public comment other than an agenda item? We have Hoboken signage, I think, on the agenda, and I believe that's it. No other public comments then. Everybody have a chance to review last month's minutes? Any comments?
Move to approve.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Joe. All right. Adam Ropp?
Yes.
Patrick Kerr?
Yes.
Aaron's not here. Joe Chappell?
Yes.
And Lynn Bilodeau.
Yes.
And I didn't call Valerie because she wasn't here. So just so everybody knows that I didn't think skip her.
Okay, first item on the agenda, I'll take this off to speak. Discussion and potential action on a request for Certificate of Appropriateness, new window and building signage for Cannabless. Wait a minute. Is that?
You have the wrong one.
I think
Guys?
this is June 1.
Okay.
That's an
Or at
old one.
least that's what's on the,
Oh, that's, yeah, that is the,
Right there.
this is,
yeah, I don't have that.
this is June 1st.
Okay, here is,
I must
For
have
July
made those
6th.
copies of the wrong ones, yeah. I'm
all
like,
right.
well, we had the right one posted at least.
that mask is affecting your brain, Dave.
I'm telling you, Wow.
Okay. Discussion, potential action on a request for a certificate of appropriateness for the new Hoboken Coffee building signage for building located at 224 Division. I'm guessing that's South Division. Do we have a staff report?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. As indicated, this is for the Hoboken Coffee building. It's for the brick portion of the building. It's the one that faces Division Street. It currently does not have any signage, window, or otherwise on there. And so they're proposing to have a painted sign, and it's going to be black and white. It will be approximately 240 square feet. It's going to be roughly 6 feet by 40 feet. And as was provided with your staff report, they are mimicking it off of a 1950s version of the same signage that existed on that building when it was a automobile repair or as a tire shop in that. Per our design guidelines in the Historic Preservation Ordinance, it states that each commercial building is limited to one primary business sign per elevation and should not exceed 30% of a facade. So I roughly figured that the total facade was about 1,080 square feet. So when you take 240 of that, it's only about 22%. So size-wise, it's within the size sign guidelines in that. And again, there's no existing signage, so it would be the only sign on that particular elevation. So with that, staff is recommending that the application be approved as was submitted.
Any discussion?
I will say, I think it'd be cool if you could put those old doors back on. I know that's kind of that's a tall order, but still, that'd be really cool. I was like, man,
No, that's on the list for sure.
that'd be really cool.
And
Yeah.
put the car back up front too.
Which one? What did you
The
say?
car.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You gotta put the car back.
That is a requirement in order to get this sign.
I didn't even know Hoboken was moving across the street.
Well, it is.
You want to go ahead and step to the mic if you don't mind and state your name, your address, and who.
Yeah,
and-
my name's Trey Woods. My wife and I own Hoboken Coffee. We opened in December 2012, so 7.5 years now. We're actually not moving. This is the building at 224 South Division is the building that we've always been in. We've just always occupied the back half of the building.
Okay.
and the signage is going up more or less to revitalize the building. So we won't have any sort of customer entrance or exit there. It's just a beautification process. And then, you know, as we continue to move forward, garage doors, lighting, you know, we'll continue to beautify.
Get those cafe lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, those doors would be cool.
I want to say that, you know, this building was Ted Willie and my grandfather's business. And when Trey brought this idea to my brother and I, it was really exciting because I remember the sign, and it's just sort of vintage and cool, and I won't be voting on it as it's a conflict of interest, but
How's that a conflict of
I'm
interest?
excited about it. Pardon me?
Nothing. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Any other discussion? Do I have a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
I'll second.
All right, Aaron Brown is absent, so Patrick Kerr,
Yeah.
Joe Chappell,
Abstain.
Valerie Duncan,
Yes.
Adam Robb,
Yes.
Lynn Bilodeau.
Yes.
All right, 4 votes is what was needed, so 4-1, good to go.
Thank you all very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, man.
We have any staff comments?
Not tonight.
Okay. Any commissioner comments?
I have one.
Okay.
And I don't know, on the building that we approved last month, I want to, I think there were 2 lessons learned. One is that we never approve anything unless we've seen the color.
I agree 100%.
Amen.
This is the, and I brought a sample. This is the color that we approved for that building to be painted.
Is that Granny Smith?
No.
Well,
Well, yeah,
pretty
no,
sure.
and I was going to bring that up too. This is the color that we told, that they wanted to present to us.
Right.
And I felt like after our meeting, they felt like they could proceed with it. But Granny Smith is much improved.
Okay.
Over this. But I do want you to notice, and there's nothing that we can do about this, but I received 3 calls on this building. You know, the entire inside of the windows is this color. Well, it's inside.
Right.
I mean, that's not our deal. But I just think in the future, we need to be very sure about what we're getting. And I want to thank Dan for reaching out and, you know, stopping something that could have been.
Yeah. And I agree. I don't think we were as precise as we should have been. I think we all assumed close enough to Granny
And no one
Smith.
should ever come to us without a sample of
Exactly.
the color.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 100%, and I appreciate that.
And I appreciate Dan making it work out as good as it
Yeah.
did.
Yep.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
We had that discussion, Dan and I had
Yeah.
that discussion, and I really appreciate him.
But
going
that being
back
said,
to
I've
it.
had 3 phone calls
I'm
about it, and I
sure.
think it's all to do what's inside the window.
Yes. And I will say I got an email as well, and it was for the similar situation.
And it's fortunate that the whole outside of the building isn't that color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's still a shade off, though, from Victorian.
Yeah, but that's why we need to.
Well, we still do
Right,
need a
so
workshop where we
It's a
go
lot-
through the
but it's-
colors and
But it's
decide
definitely a lot
what can be
better
a primary
than
building color and what
than
can
it
be
would
an
have been.
accent.
Yeah, what was that?
And Joe, don't you agree, we still need a workshop where we
Yes.
go through the color palette? And, because
Yeah.
there are some colors on that color palette that would be absolutely hideous as the primary color for a building.
Yeah.
But they're fine for accent colors, and I think Victorian style was to do some of the bright stuff on accents, but, I mean, not the whole color. If we have a house painted that color, that's just hideous.
Yeah, and as,
Well, and I don't remember the resource, but I had it last time, and I'll try to look it up again, but there's a New England Design Center
Yeah.
that specifically has colors for, you know, like from the 1700s to the 1800s, from the 1800s to the 1900s. And it might be good to look into that.
We
I
have,
agree.
we have one, so for the depot, we have a printout, and it gives you not just like, oh, this 20-year gap, it gives you like per year. Like this historical group went through and they found per year what the colors were, and they went year by year, and you see how they blend in and stuff like that. So we could easily do a, you know, with anyone that falls within this few decades range that we
Well, I
can
know,
look
like,
at.
and before I was on HP, there's a building on the 100 block of Oklahoma, the East 100 block, that was painted purple and lavender. Well, I think it's still purple and lavender, but it's been under 20 years of sunlight.
Yeah.
But I can remember it caused a real commotion at the time, especially from some of the people across the street. It'd just be nice to make sure that that kind of thing doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and just to kind of, I guess, close with that, you know, it is on my list to have a workshop in the near future, because as was discussed at that meeting, and that we'll be bringing that back so the commission can have discussions on how they want to go with the colors and, you know, the selections and different stuff like that. So we will be bringing that back.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Of course, right now, still everything's on hold at least a little bit till we get on top of the virus, so
Yeah, yeah.
I understand.
All righty.
Anybody have anything else? Then we're adjourned.